All together.
Why you come and shoot down?
Alo falava ma lolele Nissan Boulevard. Great to have your company. And today is a special day. Whānau, we're shining the spotlight on a massive milestone. Spac, Canterbury, Polyfest, celebrating 25 years of Pacific Pride. For the first time, this is an iconic festival that expands for 2 full days at Hagley Park, bringing together 25 Canterbury schools. And also to light up the stage with song, dance and Pacific energy. It's a celebration of our Tamariki, our Tamaiti, our culture and unbreakable community spirit. But joining me now to unpack this journey, what is coming on March, is Ricky Rouse, chairperson of the Spac Canterbury Charitable Trust. Kia ora, talawalawa, nimbula, vinaka, and a huge congratulations on the 25 incredible years.
Oh, whakalopalahi atu, and thank you for having me on the show, and thank you for the congratulations, although I cannot accept that congratulations. It's thousands of people and millions of hours of work that has gone on to this long before my time. I'm just lucky to sit in this situation and to be the katiaki for now.
But still with her, but again, it's something that it's a long time coming for us all, and it's amazing work, whatever you guys done out there. Well, 25 years is huge. What does this milestone mean to you personally and for the Pacific community in Canterbury?
Yeah, for both. I think that it's a moment to reflect, really, and after 25 years, to be proud of the growth and the impact that the people of our Pacific people have had on Christchurch, making it the vibrant and diverse city it is. It's a time for us to remember and acknowledge the gargantuan effort, blood and sweat of our matua that has gone on for 25 years. It's also a time for those like myself to take it all in and say, I'm sitting here in a comfortable position, having a strong educational background. At least a small part of that is because I was part of Spac, because this thing gave to me. So for me to reflect now and say, a lot of what I have is because of those who put in that work. And lastly, of course, it is a chance for us to say, what's next? What's on for the next 25 years for us?
Amazing. Well, talking about what's next, we're going to go backwards. Take us back. How did Spac Polyfest actually start all these years ago? Tell us about the beginnings.
Yeah, as you can imagine, our communities have many different stories and narratives of how things began. The story that I know is that there were 3 schools who decided to come together 25 years ago and to fundraise for a natural disaster that had happened in Samoa. And so essentially that was the first time schools were working together in a Pacific context to come together and celebrate. And it was just such a environment of fun, celebration, and Pacific amazingness that it continued from there. And we've seen it grow and grow every single year since then.
Amazing. Thank you for that. I could just picture we can go on about it, but, we've got to give room to others as well that who are coming very soon to share their kōrero. Let's talk about the 2 full days at Hagley Park this year. What actually sparked the big change?
Yeah, well, what sparked it is we listened to our community and looked for solutions.
Right.
So everyone loves Polyfest, but going from 8 a.m. in the morning till late into the night was taking its toll on our people.
Yes.
It was costing people an arm and a leg in car parks. And it's not just the participants and the families, but it's also the communities who are in their stalls all day. And so essentially, we as the board had 3 options. It was we either cut schools out of the program to make time, or we tell schools, actually, you can have 5-minute performances so we can fit you all in, or we moved to 2 days.
Right.
I was not willing to cut schools out of this program or to tell schools you will deliver a TikTok 5-minute performance. That wasn't good enough for us, so we made the choice to move to 2 days.
Amazing. Thank you. 25 schools taking the stage. What does that say about the strength of Pacific culture right here in Canterbury?
Yeah, well, it says something that about not only is the Pacific culture in itself growing, meaning New Zealand-borns becoming more and more Pacific than we once were, but it actually shows that the spread of Pacific peoples are growing.
Yes.
No longer are Pacific people only going to certain schools. we are represented in public schools, in state integrated schools, in private schools. And as we spread, we take our culture proudly with us, and then we bring that school on the journey with us. So that's why we're seeing the number of schools increase every year, because we are increasing and we are taking our culture proudly with us.
It's good to know that, because for most of us here up in Auckland, we don't know what goes down to, on that side of the world. But to hear this kōrero, it's amazing. And from your perspective, and seeing you were once on that stage, for our rangatahi, what does Polyfest mean to them? And to also mean to yourselves as leaders where you are, where now?
Yeah, I guess for some of our Pacific rangatahi, it's a chance to proudly show the culture that they have grown up with,
Right.
and to be proud of what their parents taught them, to say, hey, this is how my mum and dad taught me, look at this. For others, however, it's their very first chance to connect with their culture.
Wow.
And to have an opportunity to learn that perhaps their parents didn't. Their parents didn't have this
Yes.
in Christchurch. There weren't the expertise or the willingness for it to be around. So for different rangatahi, they're experiencing different things, but they are all positive. And I guess for the rest of us who are no longer participating, Polyfest is the time of the year where we say loud and proud to Christchurch, we are here, this is our home too, and this is us.
Amazing, amazing. I could just imagine the sweat and tears that you guys over the years, that you guys want to make it so big, but there was only little resources. So over the years, it's amazing to share that kōrero, what you have mentioned as well. Well, we always talked about how Polyfest builds confidence. How do you see that transformation happen from year after year?
Oh, it's visible on stage because the quality of performance has just grown exponentially.
Right.
From the time when I was at school and we were pulling together whatever we could with very little expertise, to now there being these amazing Polyfest performances, which could be from the Auckland Samoan stage for all we knew, because they are that good. And what I would say is, what that comes down to is that hundreds of Year 13 Pacifica students every year are now graduating from school, and they are wanting to go back and stay connected to their groups. And when they do, they bring with them all of the learnings when they were in Polyfest group. They see what they could have done better, and they are making use of what we didn't have, which is social media and technology, to see what else is happening across the world,
Right.
to gain experiences and ideas from other cultures and incorporate that into their performances. So really, it's the growth in numbers, our own returning, and that digital thing. But I will end by saying that the real story here is that we didn't have to import the talent from outside Christchurch. We managed to grow it ourselves.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Now, here's a good part. It's one of always something I always love to talk about, but most of us always like to keep it, the one behind the scenes moment from Polyfest Prep that our listeners will love to hear about.
Now, I wish I had some of those Polyfest confessions behind the scenes type stories. I'll leave a lot of that to the secondary school students to be able to share those stories. But from an organiser point of view, I would like to say that here in Christchurch, in the weekend just gone, we had the biggest festival in the Southern Hemisphere, Electric Avenue, right where Polyfest is held. What that meant is those grounds were trampled on all weekend, and then that night we have just suffered a massive amount of rainpour.
Wow.
Now, what people don't realise behind the scenes, the amazingness that we have seen, is our event manager, Viane Makaleo, and the Christchurch City Council working 24 hours the last few days to redraw the entire plans, relocate us, and get this festival going so we don't have to let our communities and those students down.
Amazing.
Those moments are those types of things that people just do not see what goes on behind the scenes. Whilst everyone was celebrating Electric Ave and that fun stuff, that had an impact on us.
Yes, it is, because just recently, over the weekend, you guys celebrate that milestone during the earthquake as well. So right on 12:59, I remember. And it's so this festival will also bring that highlight moment as well as we speak, because just recently, it was 11:59, wasn't it? And on Sunday, so that was a special moment for Canterbury. Well, let's talk about family and teachers, the whole community. How crucial is their support to make Polyfest what it is?
It just would not happen without the families and the teachers. And when you look at the schools who are able to participate in Polyfest and who participate well, it's because they have the teachers and the families backing them. And sometimes all it takes is one teacher who might not even be Pacific to make that difference.
Right.
It's really cool now that families are embracing Polyfest as a part of their educational journey, and the schools are reciprocating by allowing students to actually get NCEA credits for that. So what we're seeing is families and schools working together so that Polyfest isn't just about fun and culture, it's about educational achievement as well. The last thing that I'd say on the broader communities who support the success of Polyfest is that there are a significant number of community members who are not board members, who are not collective members, that aren't connected to any school, but they are doing their job, like talking to people who they think could be potential sponsors of Polyfest. They are spreading the word wherever they can, and they're doing that purely out of the love for Pacific that they have in their heart. So a massive thank you to all of our community who do that for us every single day.
Yes, congratulations to the team and for the whānau that really don't love to put their name forward, but we love to acknowledge you. Here's an important question, and then for many of those who are listening, why should every single person in Canterbury make time to experience Polyfest this much?
Yeah, so Canterbury is a part of Christchurch, a part of New Zealand, which has arrangements and lives in the Pacific Ocean.
Right.
We are a Pacific city. And so what I would say is Polyfest is no longer a small event for a Pacific community. This is a Christchurch Canterbury event that we want every one of our citizens of our city and our region to come along and attend and see the faces that you live with and that you work with every day, celebrating our culture in the way that we do it. We are this community. You are part of us. No mai haere mai.
No mai haere mai, yes indeed. Here's something that just came out of my head. Could we look at a competition, the North versus the South Origin, Polyfest Origin?
Oh, why not? We would love to see any collaboration in the future. However, I have to say the big difference about the Canterbury Polyfest and the Up North Polyfest is we are non-competitive. So we run in a number of initiatives, and the ones that are competitive are our academics. Anything to do with academia, such as the speeches, they're competitive. However, in terms of the performances, we don't do that yet, but perhaps the North Island, South Island thing could be, what
an
makes
idea.
us take on the
I thought I'd just throw that in there. I know that was totally from what we expected, but something always in my head, there's always something, because it's amazing, because you guys come up, had brought the idea up, so I thought, why not be cheeky and ask, should we have our very own Poly Origin, the North versus the South? If Australia can do it, why can't we, little New Zealand, do it with the amazing leaders?
Business, bro. You might have some money from that.
Amazing leaders like yourself. Well, let's talk about the big picture. Looking ahead, what's your vision for the next 25 years of Spac?
Well, in 25 years' time, I want Spac to be the globally recognized leader of educational excellence for supplementary programs that help 100% of Pacific students achieve in school.
Yes.
Achieve in the way that is meaningful for them towards whatever career path or life that they want to have. Polyfest is just one way for us to show proudly what our culture can do. But this is about the entire educational experience and showing that the culture you bring with you will lead you to whatever excellence you want to achieve. You just need to apply it, and Spac will be here with you the entire time.
Thank you so much for that. Wise words. Wise words, I should say. Well, just before I let you go, Ricky, this is my favourite part of the show. It's our Fast Five. And, just a quick fire questions. In one word, describe the Spac for Polyfest.
Vibrant.
The moment that gives you goosebumps every time.
The first performance.
I thought you were actually going to say food, but yeah, it's all right. It's okay. But you just be nice and say the performances because they're going to go, sorry, not me, hey guy. But performance style that you can't wait to see this year.
Sasa.
Ooh, Sa. Yeah, it's my favorite. My favorite as well. I love the Mickey. I love the Mickey as well, and the guy Lau dance. as well. One must experience moment at Hagley Park.
One must experience moment. Well, it's funny you started with the food, but must experience the food. It is Christchurch's Pacific cuisine on display.
Well, we
So
wouldn't
you
be
must experience
we
it.
wouldn't be islanders if we don't mention the mea, because that's all we are. We're not just performances. We are also we love our food. And I know,
We do.
yeah, and I know Canterbury, Christchurch, and the steaks and the chops. Oh, sorry, I had to mention it. You guys got the best meats down there. But before we close, before we wrap up, whānau, now look into the details, dates and locations, and how you can stay connected. Ricky, final words for our kāinga, our community, wider and across the globe. What would you say?
A massive thank you to anyone and everyone who has ever had an input into the growth of the multiple Polyfest festivals that happen across New Zealand and throughout the world. It is your efforts that helps our young people be able to shine, and we aren't competition to you. We are in partnership with you, and I hope one day perhaps we can have one gigantic worldwide Polyfest all united. That would be amazing.
Yeah, see, it's gone into you, isn't it? I love that. I will open up the can of worms and finally details where our whānau can come in and log in and to find where you guys are.
Yeah, so we will be at Hagley Park, Christchurch, Friday and Saturday, the 13th and 14th of March. Please just type into Google Spac and it will come up with our website right there with all of the details, including how to get tickets and what to make sure you bring to stay safe on the day.
Ricky, thank you for bringing the Polyfest to Pacific Days for this afternoon. We wish you and the team well, and also many of the Canterburyans out there. 25 years strong, whānau, so don't sleep on this one. Make sure you go along and support Ricky and the team out there and enjoy some. We never know, we're going to have that battle, Northland versus the Southland. So yeah, the battle is on. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, Manuel Lava, have a great weekend as well.
Kaulahi. Thank you very much.